Hello everyone. I know I'm on a wee bit early today, a couple minutes early, but I'm going to give you guys enough time to come in here. And this way I can get myself brought up before we start right into our video. As you can see, today I am making tea. I decided that I've had too much coffee this morning, and because I'm an hour later now because we are mountain time here in Arizona. So it is 12 o'clock Pacific, 1 Mountain, 2 Central, and 3 Eastern. Again, I'm a few minutes early coming on here just to give you guys some time to come in. My husband brought me home this fabulous, it's the apple, what was it? Cinnamon apple spice tea. Hello, Magna. I took my little neighbor lady over to her doctor's appointment. What was it? The beginning of the month. So last week I took her to the doctor's, and when we were there, they had this big machine set up where you could do coffee or you could do teas or anything like that. Well, on the side, they had all these little tea packets. Well, they had an apple cinnamon tea sitting there, and I don't remember the brand of it, but oh my gosh, it was heavenly. So I had my little tumbler cup from Stampin' Up. So I decided, okay, well, you know what? I've already had way too much coffee, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try this apple cinnamon tea. Oh my goodness, you guys, it was heavenly. So since my husband works at a grocery store, I told him, I need some more of that tea. I said, it is so fall-esque that I just could not get over how amazing it was. So I had him get me some of the apple cinnamon tea, and oh my gosh, I'm kind of addicted. It tastes like a warm apple cider minus all the sweetness. But you get that hint of cinnamon and it smells so good. Like I could sit here and I could just smell this apple cinnamony smell, and it's so heaven. Anyways, enough with my tea. And he also decided to get me some for my coffee in the morning. He got me some peppermint creamer, and it's really good too. So it's really put me in the festive mood. So, I am packing today. I have been getting my daughter's meals prepared since we are leaving tomorrow bright and early. We are leaving for Southern California for the on stage event. I am so super excited. This is my first in-person huge event that Stampin' Up is putting on. The actual live on stage is over in Vienna, and that's just not in my it's just not in my schedule to be able to fly out of the country, especially with leaving my daughter home with my husband. And so we're going to be gone Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we will return Sunday evening. So it's going to be really fun. Hopefully we check into our hotel or resort kind of thing tomorrow by 4 o'clock. So hopefully we'll get there in time. It takes us roughly about 6 hours to drive over to where we need to go. So it is over in Anaheim. Thank you so much for the happy birthday. I got to remember, I have a super cute card that just came in the mail today that I'm going to show you guys. That is so customized for me. It is not even funny. She went so far out of her way to customize this card for me. It is just so cute. I can't wait to show it to you guys. I'm going to give you guys just a couple more minutes for a couple more people to pop in here. Since we are pretty much right at 101. Yes, today is my birthday. It's a busy day today for me, but it was really kind of cute. I got up this morning. My husband goes to work really early in the morning, before any of us are awake because it's still very, very dark outside. So when I got up this morning, I came into my desk and he had handwritten me a not a fancy card like we make here, but he still went out of his way to make me a birthday card and to draw on it and everything and make these little stick figures and whatever. It was just so cute. Like I told him this morning when he asked me, he goes, "Did you get your card?" And I said, "I did." And I go, "And I have to tell you, that card means more to me than any of the last year's cards that you have bought me throughout our marriage that you have gone to the store and you've just purchased. This one was totally made by him. He took his own time this morning to get up and handwrite me and draw these little pictures on this card that he made me." So I just told him it was so much more sentimental than most of the cards that he just buys me. So, all right. I'm going to show you guys this super cute card that I just got in the mail today. So one of my team members, Miss Frida, sent me this card, and oh my gosh, do you guys see what is on there? My pink barn. Look at this. And the doors even open and it says happy birthday in the inside. And then she put these big happy birthday sentiment in the inside. Isn't that adorable? Thank you, Patty. Yeah, isn't that so cute? When my son actually just walked in the house right before I went live, and he goes, "Look, Mom, you got a birthday card." So when I pulled this out of the mail, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to share this with you guys because it is just so adorable and it's so me, right? And Patty, you should be getting your birthday card, my dear, any day now. I did send it out. I think it either went out yesterday or this morning. I always get all my cards together and then I set them out, and then because my husband has to drive by the post office on his way to work. So I'm not sure if he dropped it off yesterday or this morning. My days are running together because, like I said, I'm busy packing and getting everything prepared for us to take off over to Southern California for our on-stage event. I'm so excited. I actually talked to one of my team members who's actually going with me. She called me and told me wish me happy birthday. She actually sang me happy birthday this morning. It was such an excited, I mean, it was so unanticipated. I mean, I was not expecting anybody to call me and sing me happy birthday, but she did. It was just so sweet. So she's all packed and ready to go. I'm getting my stuff packed and ready to go. Hello, Mom. I hope my mom is getting packed and ready to go. We actually leave tomorrow morning, and it will take us roughly about 5.5, 6 hours to drive over there, depending on how many times we stop along the way. Because the event is not until tomorrow morning. So we're going to kind of like just toot along. It's not going to be like a rushed trip. So, but you guys, I can't wait to take all these pictures. It is so exciting. You guys don't even know. I have not been to an in-person Stampin' Up event. This is my first one. So I'm probably way more excited what I need to be. But you guys, it is finally, the world is opening up and we can finally attend these things in person. So I can't wait to go there, and oh my gosh, I'm going to be taking so many photos, and I hope that I can do a live from the event. I don't know how the security is going to be, because we as demonstrators who get to go to this event are going to be seeing some premiere items that we cannot share with you guys yet, because like the catalogs and stuff, we're going to get the new January catalog. We're also going to get the new Celebrations catalog. I can't share those with you guys, any of the insides of the upcoming products, but I know we're going to be doing some make and takes while we were there, and I'm pretty sure we can share the make and takes, because they typically wouldn't let us make something and then not share it with our customers. So I hope we can because they even said specifically in the email, make sure you clear enough space in your phone because you're going to be taking tons of pictures. So that kind of lets me know that they're going to let us share the things that we get to make. So Anyways, I am Danny Garola from stampinthepinkbarn.com. So you guys will find pictures and dimensions, all the good things from the cards that I make today. Also go over there because you guys will see the cards that we made on Monday over from my Facebook Live. So, all right. So we are here. You guys get that. Today is the last day to subscribe to this From the North Pole. And today also starts the, once you are subscribed to Paper Pumpkin, you can actually go into my store and you can purchase for up to 50% off on our refill kits and other Paper Pumpkin products that are in my store. Once you are a subscriber, you will then get those discounts. It is only for Paper Pumpkin subscribers, so it's really kind of an incentive to be subscribed to your Paper Pumpkins. If you are a demonstrator, you already know that you get your discount on your Paper Pumpkin. So that's kind of a cool thing to know that becoming part of the team gets you some really good deals. So this one is going to coordinate with last month's Ho 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 Paper Pumpkin. This one makes 12 tags for each of 3 designs. So don't let this one slip away from you guys. Like I said, you have until midnight Mountain Standard Time. Well, actually 11:50, like 8 Mountain Standard Time to be able to get subscribed. The link to this will be in the description of this video. I am going to be playing with this super beautiful set. This is that Fitting Florets collection that we have right now. I'm actually going to be using the paper and the full bundle, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be putting some of these gorgeous gold adhesive back swirls on there because of course we're going to want to bling up our card. So I will, if you visit my blog, it'll take me about an hour, 2 hours, depending on how well my internet is going today, because it took me quite some time last Thursday to get my thing posted because my internet was not cooperating. So I hope I already got half my blog written. So all I have to do is, when we're done with this, post it over there and take my still photos, and hopefully I should be grand because I'm trying to stay on the ball with things today because I am so crazy busy. So you will have the shopping list with all this product included in there. They are direct linkable images that you can just click on them and it'll take you right into my store. Mystery stamping. So yesterday I posted the supplies that we're going to need for the 16th Wednesday, my Facebook Live mystery stamping. So go ahead and grab your supplies. You have until then to get your supplies together, and we will be doing the mystery stamping. So just know that there is a great giveaway. So if you visit my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com, you can see what I'm giving away this month for mystery stamping. My current host code, it will be up here the whole time during the duration of this video. My host code for November is right here if you want to take a screenshot of that. So when you go over and you buy that collection today, when we are done, please use my host code on any orders under $150, and you are going to get a pretty sweet gift in the mail when you use my host code. Okay, so look at this. I have gotten my little adhesive kit all ready to go for so I have to wait because there's some things. I got to add my snips in there. I've got to add my take your pick tool in there for my event that we are going to. So they have asked us to bring a couple of different size of our blocks. So I've got those in there, and then I've got my glue, I've got my dimensionals. And like I said, I just have a few little things to add to this. And then this is going to go in my bag to take with me over to California. So awesome. I just had to make sure I show that so I don't forget it because this is my reminder. All right, here is the paper that we're going to be using today. This is part of this gorgeous collection of the Fitting Florets collection. Here's the dies. Here's the stamps, and then here's the extra stamp with that collection that you can get. Hello, Dawn. This is the one that's all about the holidays. Here is the big die that comes with this die. I just couldn't fit in here with everything else. So it is a big die collection. Let's see how many dies are in here. I've got my extra bits. There are 13 dies in with this set. So, all right, we are going to go ahead and get started. All right, I'm going to be using Night of Navy for my stamp color. Now, today we are playing with squares. So, I am going to be using this paper right here. So, I'm going to be using both sides. I've cut some little squares on both sides. Also, I'm going to be using this one down here with the balmy blue and that evening evergreen and soft succulent. And this piece right over here, I'm going to be using that side. And I think that's what I have chosen. All right, so our card base is 11 by 4 1/4. We need to score this because we're going against the grain when we fold this. We don't want any of that puckering going on. We are going to, stop throwing things, lady. We are going to score this at 5 1/2. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to burnish this down so we have a nice, good, perfect crease there. If I can get my card straight. There we go. Well, every time I lay it down, I blow it. There we go. That's better. All right, there is our card base. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to take my pieces of my designer series paper. So I am going to be grabbing, like I said, this piece here and the back side. So once I cut this down, I will get a long strip, depending on whatever side I cut. So I have both sides. And I'm just going to cut quite a few little 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 little squares, okay? Then I'm going to come in and I'm going to do the same thing to this piece of paper. I'm going to cut this down. I'm not going to use the back side, so I'm going to cut this 1 1/4 and then another 1 1/4 little increments for my little squares. And then we have one more piece, which is the back side of, oh, nope, not that one. What did I say I was using? Oh, the little tick marks, this one. Okay, so I'm gonna also use, which is the back side of this florally one, I'm gonna cut this at 1 1/4 and then cut out little 1 1/4 squares. Okay, when I do that, I'm gonna come out with all these little squares here, okay? But I'm gonna keep them in order how I'm gonna do them because I don't want to screw myself up because I have them, I've been playing with them the whole time to make sure that I get it where it looks grand on video. Okay. I need a piece of basic white, which is 4 by 5 1/4. That is going to be my mat, but we're going to be playing with that. I also need a piece of balmy blue. This is going to be 1 1/2 by 1 1/2, so squared. And then this is 1 1/4, I mean 2 1/4. This is 2, you guys are probably like, what the heck is she talking about? 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 square. This is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 square. So it's just 1/4 of an inch smaller than that, okay? Now, since I have all these little squares here, I am going to align these on my piece like so. So see how these little patterns come together so nicely? Okay, you're also going to need a scrap of basic white. Okay, let's go ahead and adhere these on here. Now what I want to do is I want to lay my balmy blue when I go to adhere these, because I want to make sure it's squared in there and I don't have any goofiness going on. I'm going to show you another design using these same size squares. I actually took pictures of it and I have posted it over on the blog as well, so you guys can see a couple of different ways of doing these squares. Now with the other one, I used the gnome paper. Since I don't have the gnome set, I decided that that would be a great way to use my paper. And just for you guys who have all those little scraps in the bottom of your papers, this is a great way to use those scraps up. And it turns out so beautiful when you're done here. Okay, this is kind of the time-consuming part, is getting all these on here, but it is so worth it when you get it on there. It is just gorgeous. And again, it gets those scraps used up that sometimes we hang on to, or we're just not quite sure what to do with those scraps. Well, this is a great idea right here. And again, I use my multi-purpose glue, my green glue here, so I have wiggle room when it comes to placing these. So I give myself a little bit of time that if I need to shuffle anything around or move it to get my little white parts that are going to be seen in place there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this one down. This is my balmy blue. Again, this is 2.5 by 2.5. Okay, just like that. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna set that aside because now we're gonna bring in our scrap. And I think I'm going to use the big flower here, which is this one right here. I wasn't certain if I wanted to use this one, which let me show you guys. I did a scrap last night of this. I know the coloring's not the greatest. I was just playing around with my colors. Now, if you cut this out, that would be beautiful. Once we put this over here, that would be beautiful popped up along the bottom of that. That one would work really well, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this one right here. So let me get my memento. Since we're going to be using blends on this. Okay. I'm going to be using my, this is the Soft Succulent Light. These are my Evening Evergreen Light and Dark. And then I have my Light and Dark Balmy Blue. And then I have my Light Night of Navy. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my Night of Navy. Let me try to zoom you guys in a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to take my Light Night of Navy and I'm just going to go into the inside of this flower and the inside of this flower as well. Okay, then coming in with my balmy blue, and this is the light. I'm just going to color this whole flower here. Okay, then I'm going to come in with my dark balmy blue, and then go over some of those tick marks that Stampin' Up! Has given us, and then kind of add some shadowing where it looks like the leaves are kind of folding over the other leaf. Okay, like that. I'm going to come in with the light and do the same thing to this other flower here. Okay, then coming in with the dark. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to grab my soft succulent. This is the light soft succulent. And then on these little long kind of leaves, I'm just going to use the light soft succulent on those. Okay, just like that. Now coming in with the light and dark evening evergreen, I'm going to take the light and I'm going to just cover up these little petally leaves here. Okay, just like that. Then coming in with the dark, I'm just going to kind of go down some of those veins just to add a little bit of depth to these leaves. Okay, now we're going to move all of our pins here, and I am going to move that out of the way, and we're going to need a sentiment, so we need this one out. Let me move this other stuff out of the way. Okay, I think the sentiment that I want to use, well, you know what, we're going to wait. Let's get this cut out first so I can see kind of the room that we're going to need for our stamp. So I'm grabbing my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, which works with this set. So if you're ever curious to know what sets go with the mini, or if you have to have the large Stampin' Emboss, then you guys look right here in your catalogs. If you need one of these catalogs, please message me and I will get it in the mail to you. Where's it at? Oh, so right here. Okay, do you see this little mini mark right down here at the bottom? If it has that little icon down there on your bundle, then that means the whole set can be cut out with your mini machine. Now, we do have sets that have large pieces that they will not go through the mini. So again, like this lighthouse set right here has the mini icon. So you can see that that whole set can be cut with your mini die cutting machine. Because I know that's kind of one of those things that people are always like, how do you know if I buy this set, I only have the mini machine, how do I know that it's going to work in that machine? Okay, so we are going to use plate number 1 first, and then both of our cutting plates. Now I use my one that is all kind of haggard up here. That is always the one that I use face down first, and then when I go to put my die in there, it's going to just keep cutting on that plate and not mess up my other plate that I use for the top. So I'm just going to slide this in here, flip this over and line it up, and I'm going to grab a little piece of washi tape to hold that in place so it doesn't shift around on me. You could also use a sticky note or a post-it note, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and then we're just going to die cut this out. Okay, and then taking this off to make sure I don't rip anything. I always just keep these little bits of washi tape just off to the side here where all my markers are. Okay, there is my little piece, my little floral image. Okay, we need that. We're gonna need our ink pad and then my card, because we are going to, now look what you guys can do. You can flip this and do it completely the other way as well. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Jeez, learn how to talk, lady. So see, there are so many ways that you can do this. You could do it as a card, as if you were going to do it landscape style, and that would be right in the center. Or again, you could flip it and do it landscape style like that. And then wait till I show you when we get to the end here. I have another one to show you. So I'm going to kind of figure out where I want, oops, see, and I messed it up. I want it going this way. And so I'm gonna just set that there for a moment and see how I want this to figure out what one of my sentiments is going to work. So I have, this one says, so lucky to call you friend, which I think that's gonna be cutting it pretty close. What I truly wanted was this one right here, for a special person on a special day. And I think that's gonna be perfect if I do it up in this corner and then place my floral image right down here. So let's go ahead and do that. Using my, oh my goodness, you scared me.
Trying to be slow.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll be done. I'll be done in just a minute.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. My son had to come in and tell me. Happy birthday. Okay, so using Night of Navy for a special person on a special day. I'm just going to stamp that right there in the top corner. Give it a couple seconds, especially since it's words. I like to let it kind of marinate into that paper. Turns out so beautiful. Look at that. Okay, we're going to glue that right on there. Oh, did I tell you guys that was Night of Navy? I think I said that, but if not. Okay, just like that. And then we are going to pop this up. And I think that goes perfect right there on the front of that card. But let me get this glued down. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to pop this up, give it some dimension. Well, maybe all my dimensionals are clumped together here. So if you guys can help me out by subscribing and liking this video, that way hit that little notification bell also. So then every time I go live, it will notify you guys that I am on here. And that way you don't miss anything that is to be seen coming from the barn here. I'm not in a barn, but hey, I like to pretend. I've got a great imagination. One day I will be crafting in a pink barn, trust me. But for the moment, I get to imagine sitting in a pink barn. Okay, I'm gonna use some Wink of Stella. I'm just gonna kind of bring this in and go over these little flower petals because of course, having some bling to our flowers is always a great idea. All right, and then let's grab some of these gorgeous, these are those gold adhesive backs. They come in that full collection. We're gonna add some of these on here. Oh, look at that. Oh, isn't that just beautiful? Okay, and let's do one, maybe right there. Oh, isn't that stunning? Now let's put an inside to this card because it's not complete without an inside. So I have just a 3 1/4 inch strip here by 4, and we're gonna put that on a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of basic white. And I like to leave a little bit of my white showing at the bottom. I like that contrast. And it looks like this is just a hair longer than what I need it. So I'm going to cut that off. Ah, it stuck to my finger. Okay, and then we're going to put that inside of this card. And there is our beautiful inside finished card. Just like that. So look at that shimmer. Can you guys see the shimmer on those leaves and those petals? I hope you guys can see that. I know sometimes it all depends on the angle that I can hit it with. Anyways, I've put some Wink of Stella on that. All right, let me show you guys the other card that I designed using that same 1 1/4 inch squares, but I used the gnome, what's it called? Storybook gnome paper, the designer series paper, And I grabbed one of my wonderful wishes, our wonderful snowflakes from this iridescent. Look how gorgeous that is. These are wonderful snowflakes. They're, I think you get 24 of those snowflakes in this pack. So that is what I put on the back here. I use Pacific Point on this, and look how cute. I just put all those 12 little squares on there and then just came in with the, what is this called? The double oval punch, and had that snowflake behind there. So that's another idea. Now there's going to be pictures of this one over on the blog as well, so you guys can get a couple of different ideas on how to lay these squares out, because I think this is such a worthy layout that you guys are going to have so much fun with and using up those scraps. So again, thank you guys so much for coming in here on this Thursday afternoon and spending some time with me creating these lovely cards, or actually lovely card. This one I created earlier, but I hope this inspires you guys to go create some cards of your own. And again, use up some of those scraps that you have, because we hate to waste our designer series paper, right? Because it is such gorgeous paper. Again, subscribe to my channel so you don't wind up missing anything. Hit that little bell so it will notify you every time I'm live. I am live here on YouTube every Thursday, 12 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock Mountain, 2 o'clock Central, and 3 o'clock Eastern. Whew, that's a lot to think about, because I am not good when it comes to times and other time zones, especially since here in Arizona, we don't have daylight savings. So it really kind of messes with me, because part of the year I'm Pacific time, and then the other part, like right now, when you guys just had daylight savings, now I am flipped to Mountain time. Even though my time didn't switch, all these different zones switch and it flips us back and forth. I don't know. It's kind of confusing and it really kind of screws with me, but I think I got it under wraps this year. Thank God for our devices, our technical devices that automatically switch times when we go into different zones, so I know where I am and what time it is. So, all right, you guys, I can't wait to get on the road tomorrow morning, and I will post lots of pictures so you guys can kind of go through this journey with me. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves, and I will see you over on Facebook on Monday. All right, bye-bye.